Hey, what's going on, everybody? You have just tuned in to Real Radio, Real Last 104.1. Voice you're hearing today on Monday. It's actually the 2nd of November, people. We are almost to the end of the year. The voice that you're hearing is Mr. James Yan, comedian extraordinaire, and the host of The Lowdown with James. Glad you guys are here. You know, it's almost election time. People are losing their damn mind everywhere. I guess we're all going to be enemies when it comes to the when it comes to election day on Tuesday. There's going to be a lot of happy people, and there's going to be a lot of upset people. And I just want to make sure that when that day comes, people, we're going to be okay. We're not going to have a civil war. It's not the end of the world. We still can be friends, right? But we're going to have some happy and upset people that day. Well, anyway, you tune in to Real Last, people. Well, we make fun of all the things that you take serious and hold dear in your life. That's our new slogan. Oh, it's a good day, man. I am joined in virtual studio with my good friends, Mr. Mike Hurley from the Obligatory Podcast and the writer for The Lowdown with James. Mike, how you feeling, man, the day before Election Day?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. You know, it's just one of those things. It's what else can go wrong with 2020? I mean, Sean Connery, the best Bond dies this week. Bro. You know, so another woman got busted trying to bring a gun into the Magic Kingdom and blamed it on her 6-year-old. Yeah, man, that's like the second time in like 2 months people have been trying to sneak weapons in. Yesterday was Halloween, and like you said, we got the elections tomorrow, and all I see on my wall is people being like, "Be ready to be disappointed, Mike." I'm like, dude, have you met me? I've been disappointed for 44 years. Like, I can do. What are you gonna do if he wins another 4? I'm like, same thing I've done the past 4. Making you hate reading Facebook every day, man. That's what I do.
Amen. Amen. And the other voice you're hearing, we got the the grandfather of Orlando comedy, Mr. Ken Miller, fresh off his trip to Tampa. That's right.
Busta Rhymes said it's only 24 hours left. Bro, ELE, an extinction level event tomorrow, son. It's over. It's over, B. It's over, son. I'm already ready. I got all my poke beans and everything, bro.
Okay, you ready? Because you gonna get your little bunker with your smoker.
I get my bunker, B. I'm already in the bunker. You see the bunk bed, baby? 24 hours left, son.
All you go hear in kids' neighborhood is rat-a-tat-tat.
I'm gonna be out there smoking meat, be smoking cigars. It'll be just like that, yo.
There's gonna be a lot of people yelling, "I told you! I told you!"
I agree with Michael Hurley. I don't give a damn who wins. My life ain't changed from Bush, from Obama to Trump. My life has been exactly the same. My taxes ain't changed. My medical stuff ain't changed. My pay went up because I've been in my job for a long time.
That's right.
The only thing changed for me is gas prices going up. Whoever bring gas prices down, get my vote.
There you go. We're voting on a road trip. We're voting on sheiks in the Middle East. Then
I will say this, man. I think that whoever is president, you know, after the election day, like I understand you still got until until January, you still have an office, right?
Yeah.
Like if Biden gets elected on Tuesday, all right, then Trump still gets to be in the White House for like the rest of the year. I think there should be a clause every year that like after the election, you don't get to touch the nuclear suitcase anymore. You don't get to go buy the football anymore. Because I know there's people out there that are just sore losers like, oh, really? Didn't want me in here anymore? Bring me the briefcase. Let's take care of this right now. You know?
Yeah. You know, Trump's going to do something wild, though. Like, he can't, if he, let's say, okay, hypothetically, he doesn't get voted and Biden wins. Trump just don't leave the White House. Like, he doesn't do anything normal or under the radar. So I'm just trying to think to myself, what's he going to do if he loses? Like, what can he leave? Like the White House, what kind of condition can he leave it in so they know that Trump was here? Like, what is he going to do?
You think he's going to like Guns N' Roses, like trash the hotel before you leave?
Throw TVs out the window. He goes spray paint. Trump was here.
Imagine Biden come in and Trump, you know, because you normally walk the president out, the former president out.
Yeah.
And he doesn't walk him out and Biden walk in. This spray painted everywhere. He dance guitars. Done tore the West Wing up.
It's like the rest of his properties. Biden's going to walk in and he's just going to get handed a foreclosure notice. He's like, what? What?
You didn't know sold the White House.
Trump mortgaged this place 4 times over during the
Yo, how funny would that be if he really did do that? He's like, "Hey man, I'm here to take this property." Why? Yeah, man. Hey man, he refinanced this thing like 4 times, bro.
Bro,
right during the pandemic, which I may or may not have caused, you could get a 3.2%. I'd be crazy not to. It's my house.
And not even a normal realtor, like for high stakes estates like that. It'd be like Century 21. Like the
just little Remax sign on the front yard.
Yo, imagine open house. Like, that's what you do.
That one Puerto Rican real estate agent, his glamour shot just like
that one with the arms crossed. They all of them are like this. Or this is the other one.
Yeah.
All the real estate agents do this one.
Yeah, you're right, man. How come real estate agents dressing like they're bail bondmen? You know, they're all just out there.
Because they know they about to take your damn money.
They know they convinced you to buy something that you can't afford. Like, this gonna be great.
Joking. I live with a real estate agent. I apologize.
Oh, man.
But I just got off the road from Tampa, man. I just got home like an hour ago, man.
So I wanted to ask you, Ken. Yeah, how did it go, my friend? You were at Side Splitters?
Yeah, I was at Side Splitters, man. Let me tell you something, man. And for all the new fans out there that are following me now, I truly appreciate it. But what really is bothering me lately is that people will come see comics like us. You know, they aren't famous. And when they leave, they're like, "Oh my God, why haven't I never heard of you before? You're so funny. Why haven't I?" Said, "Because you won't follow me on social media. You won't like any posts. You won't share anything. You won't tell people about me." So what I did was every show, because they were small shows. The first show Friday was like 55 people. The second show Friday was like 45 people. And I told everybody to pull your phones out. There's a small crowd. I should get at least 55 followers from this show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I should get 40. Like I was really pushing it. Now the early show Saturday was only 8 people. Which is crazy.
That was Halloween, right?
Oh, that was Halloween. But the late show had like 95 people because everybody was like, well, maybe they took their kids trick or treat and was like, all right, let's hit the club. But each show, dude, I did the follow me on Instagram, follow me. I said, I get it. I have no problem with you guys following the famous comedians. You're fans of. But you guys will come see me open for that comic and do better than that comic and won't give me the time of day.
Yep.
And then be like, why aren't you ever here? I'm like, because y'all won't follow me. Y'all will share something that a famous comic does, which is okay. But you won't share something we do, and we communicate with you every day. That you can touch us. You know what I mean?
If you say something to us on social media, we will answer you.
Hey, thank you.
Every one of you.
And it's us. It's not it's not our representative. It's actually me. I wish somebody a happy birthday one time, and she screenshotted and put on her page, "Oh my God, Ken Miller said happy birthday to me," and I was just like,
my mom still talks about that. She's like, "Why can't you be more like Ken Miller?" I'm like, "Because Dad's white."
Yeah, that's right.
That's on you, Mom. That's at least half your fault why I'm not more like Ken Miller.
But big homie, it was a good weekend. Besides that early show, and I checked in with people. Jacoby was at Tampa with Gary Owen, and he said those shows were great. Jersey was at Orlando Improv with Maja Hype or something like that.
Major Hype.
Major Hype. That was good. Jeff Jones did Margaritaville. He said that it was good.
I was there first show Friday night, I think, and he only had like maybe 40, 50 people.
Well, I'm talking about the Halloween night shows. He said the Halloween shows are sold out. I don't know if that's true or not, but he said
first show Friday was really light when I went.
Well, I'm listening to both of you talk about numbers, and I'm still looking at the fact that the clubs aren't packed anymore. They're not packed right now. They're not full. Meaning that people still don't feel comfortable going out in a crowd.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I would disagree. I was there with Josh Wolf, Orlando Improv. I guess not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
The weekend before.
And part of the reason they weren't sold, part of the reason they weren't pack is Orlando Improv is still operating at like a 2/3, even though they can open up if they wanted to.
All the way.
They're still kind of. They're doing a great job of social distancing. I mean, they're still spraying stuff. They're one of the few clubs still taking temperatures at the door. They're like misting the thing in between every show.
With the Ghostbuster
pack. And I would say 3 out of the 4 shows were like at capacity for what they can do.
They've sold out pretty much every show. Now you understand this, James? You can't come by yourself. So as one person, you have to buy a 2-top. So if you want, it was one girl sitting at the table by herself had a 4-top. She was just sitting by herself, but she wanted to come see Tommy Davidson so bad. She bought a 4-top. You can't buy a single ticket, so it'll say sold out, and you may get there and it be some seats empty there because those people have to buy. You have to buy the 2 or 4 tickets. You can't buy just one.
Speaking
but
of
I
which,
don't believe that. Downtown Orlando was crazy this weekend.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it. I think people are nuts for that. By the way.
Back to that woman who bought the 4-top, though. What have you done wrong in your life that you can't call up 3 people and go, hey, I got free tickets for Tommy Davidson to help me fill up this table. I already bought the table. I just need you to come out. And they're like, yeah, I think I'm good. I think I'm
good. You could get, and she was a girl. She was a chick, and usually chick always come in like groups. Yeah, it's most of the time if I invite a dude to a show, he'll come by himself. But anytime I invite a woman to the show, she always brings like 2 or 3 or 4 friends. Let's say they never like how many tickets you need. It's never one ticket.
Yeah,
it's always 4, 6. You know, there's always an even number too. They always need an even number because they need that even ass whooping. They jump on you. It's even. I ass whooping. I can get away from that. I can't even ass whooping. I never get away from the even ass.
You never. Ken, how many women were there? It was 6 or 8. It was an even number.
Yeah, it was an even number. it was 100% even number, man. Yo, man, we had Halloween this weekend, Mike. How your kids go? How your kids do?
Exactly, Mike. How was Halloween?
Oh man, it was great. I took them. The oldest one was Logan from the X-Men.
I saw.
The youngest one was Jake from Jake and the Neverland Pirates, and we went over to Kevin White's neighborhood in Davenport, and we had gone over there last year. And the kids really enjoyed it. So we went over this year. And I love his neighborhood because the people last year, they set up tables and come to the end of the driveway. So you don't even have to walk up to the door. Just everything's on the open. This year was a little bit different because there were some people doing the table thing, but they were sitting a little distance away going, hey, just help yourself to what's on the table, trick or treat. But some people went extra. And they came up with those PVC chutes.
So I saw that.
Did you take a video of that?
I got a couple.
Thank you, because I really want to see. I think we talked about that last week, and we were like, "That's corny," but I was like, "I want to see that."
Some people did an amazing job, but there was one guy that went extra, dude. This guy had the old school Matchbox racetrack setup. It started 15 feet up by his garage door, had a loop in it, and then at the end had a little where you hold your bucket. And he actually went out and got like hard candies that happened to be like round, and he was dropping them down there. And they didn't always hit, like some of them went off the track, but you would stand there and he would sit there and launch a couple of down. You would see it do the little loop-de-loop and go right into the bucket. Yeah, it was pretty good.
That is dope.
It was pretty good.
Thank you for bringing up Mr. Kevin White, good friend of the show, good friend of me and Mike's who travel together as the Road Dogs. Kevin is a Disney employee and more than ever, yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. Ken says something very true. We are some very funny comedians. We are. We're not arrogant. I'm just telling you that we've worked at this a very long time, but we're not famous. So we need people to support us, especially now than ever. A lot of us are actually guys that work at theme parks, and we also do stand-up comedy on the weekend. A lot of guys just got a notice that they will be let go December 31st from Disney, and a lot of those folks are stand-up comedians. So now than ever, people, they need your support. If you see a show locally, please just go support it. It's only probably $5 to $10. A lot of people are out there trying to make it right now. They were unemployed for a while anyway. They went back and now they're getting laid off again. So you never know what their next job is going to be if they get one. So people need you more than ever. Go out and support live comedy, people. It is everywhere in this town. It's really, honestly, truly, people need you right now. It's not a lot out of your pocket, and you'll get out and have a great time and forget about all the COVID messes going on right now. But having said that, people, this is Real Laugh, so don't go anywhere. When we get back, we're going to talk a little bit about what national holiday it is. It's a little different, and I got to ask the guys something about that holiday. All right, we'll be right back. Real Laughs 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on 104.1. I'm your host today, Mr. James Young, joined in virtual studio with Mike Herlihy and Ken Miller. I want to remind you, if you want to listen to all our past episodes, it's very easy. It's simple. All you got to do is go to the iHeart app, download it, then listen to all our past episodes. We are funny people, even in the past. It's great. And you can now comment, subscribe on YouTube. You can watch us. That's right. Also, you can follow us on YouTube. I'm sorry, not YouTube, but Instagram and Facebook. You can follow us in all 3 places. We need the help. We need the love. Like we told you last segment, we need you guys to follow us so we can work clubs. We can work and do things and make you laugh and have a good time.
I will not beg for your attention, people. And by what I mean is I will beg for your.
I was like, Mike, I've seen your TikTok.
If
Yes, you
James
will.
comes off sounding desperate, it's because he is.
Yes. I told you, I am a comedy whore. I get paid, and I need more money.
So, James, you were talking about who I didn't even know Kevin White got let go. Who else in local Orlando that got let go? I didn't know Kevin got let go.
All those shows that require an audience to sit together, Disney's shutting those down as of December 31st.
Actors Equity, which is the union that runs like the actual actors. We're not talking about the people that crawl into fur, doing costumes. We're not talking about face characters of Aladdin and the princesses. We're talking about anyone who does like a stage show or anything with lines or singing or dancing. They're covered by the Actors Equity Union. And at the theme parks for Disney, I think in Orlando, they had 760, if I'm not mistaken, 760 people under contract with Actors Equity. This past week, they let 700 of them go.
Wow.
They said we're not able to renew contracts because we're shutting down so much of this. They're paying them up until December 31st. And then they're letting them go. The only actors they kept were the ones who do, I believe, the Frozen show over at Hollywood Studios, and the ones that work. I haven't been there, but I guess in Star Wars Land or whatever, they have the people that will assemble lightsabers for you, kind of like they do the wizard over at Harry Potter at Universal, like the wand keeper. They got the saber, so they kept them right now. So that's it now. As far as I know, all the actors who were released have a clause of first refusal, meaning that if within a year any of these shows come back, they get offered their positions back before they go recasting or auditioning. So one bright side to the whole thing. But we're talking about some of the people that got let go have been there for 15, 20, 25 years. I mean, these are lifers. Kevin hit 14 years this week. It would have been his 14-year anniversary so...
Yeah, and I was seeing people saying how the CEO won't take a pay cut, but they'll let everybody go.
Mm.
That's with every company, though. That's just not Disney.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It happened when Sprint took over Nextel. The guy that was the Nextel CEO left with $26 million.
Well, one of the things I was telling someone the other day is I understand layoffs. I understand needing to cut people and stuff like that. But the people that they cut with this, not saying that everybody's not important to the day-to-day operation of the theme parks, but when you cut 700 of the actors, the people who brought this type of level of entertainment to the parks to keep the parks operating, I think they're misreading what a lot of the attraction. Look, I can go to Fun Spot if I want to get on a Ferris wheel. All right. The difference is they cut 700 people who made it a magical, this is Disney's words, magical experience. I used to work for the Mouse back in the day. They believe it or not, it's a good company. I enjoyed working for them. All right. I really had a good time being an employee for Disney. But the 700 people they got rid of are people that made interactions with guests. That's the difference between people who want to come back to that park or not come back to the park. So when you're talking about, we got to cut down to the bare minimum, I really think they didn't look at them enough as assets. They thought of these people more as liabilities, like paychecks. And like you said, Ken, it's like this guy could have taken $1 million less a year and all these people could still have jobs. Come on.
It's true. It's true. And you definitely set a precedent if you did that as a CEO.
Like, 100%. People be like, man, I love working for this dude.
Because it would make everybody turn and look at all the CEOs in other big companies. Like, if this guy did it to save his actual employees, why can't you? So that would be amazing to see that.
You guys know me and Kevin are close. He's like an uncle to my kids, just really, really good guy. And, it made me so upset. I kind of wanted to boycott Disney, but then, Disney Plus dropped Mandalorian season 2 this week. And,
I ain't even seen season 1. So.
Like, Kevin understands, man. Like, I'm there for you, but, after this season.
But that Space Mountain, though, like it.
But wait a minute. They didn't fire the animatronics at Pirates of the Caribbean, right? All right, no, I'll be there.
All right,
maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're just replacing all the actors with animatronics. We won't even notice.
That's funny. Well, I wanted to bring up something about today. There's 2 national holidays, and I'm not making up the first one. I am not taking any shots. This is a real national holiday today on November 2nd. It's National Color the World Orange Day.
What?
Do with it what you want.
Why?
National Color the World Orange Day. That's right.
There any history to that, or there any reason for it, or what's up with it?
It doesn't matter.
No, it's gotta be. No one just wakes up and goes, "Color the world orange." Like, I could see a National Wear Orange Day, or a National Eat a Orange Day, or National.
It does have St. James. You need to look it up more.
No,
the first Monday in November is dedicated to bringing awareness to complex regional pain syndrome, or reflex sympathetic dystrophy. So, acid reflux.
But what's that got to do with Color the World Orange?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you sure those are both related, Ken? Or
ain't that what it is?
I don't believe so. I would like to go with my answer and say it doesn't matter.
Man, let me.
Well, if you're listening, you can see how much time we spend researching these.
Dude, complex regional pain syndrome is chronic arm or leg pain developing after an injury, surgery, stroke, or a heart attack. So that's what the orange word means. That means that's what this day is.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with that. I believe you because you looking at Google.
Yeah, I'm Googling it.
Yeah, I'm Googling it. So I believe you, Elon Musk. Okay, thank you. The other holiday for today is
it's a stupid ass holiday, but I'm still it's stupid. It's dumb. We got a holiday for chronic pain.
Yeah, man.
That's the holiday.
That's the holiday, baby.
I will say it's also Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or was that October? October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the only reason I know that is because when I go get my tacos from Gringos Locos, they have the pink taco shells. So
that's right. You posted that, yeah.
Yeah, and who doesn't love a pink taco?
Okay, moving on. All righty. I see what you did there, sir. All right. All right. The other national holiday is Job Action Day. Now, I thought of you guys about Job Action Day. You know what it is? It's a day where you reflect on your current career or job, and you consider if you might need to make a change. So I thought of all my comedy brothers on this show, Mike, Miguel, Ken. I was like, man, I wonder if they're happy with their current jobs. Because we all got 2 jobs, 3, 4 jobs. Because, we are not famous comedians. So I wondered about Ken first. Like when Ken was sitting on his bed back in Greensboro, North Carolina, dreaming of one day working in communications and Sprint and farting in the president's limo one day. I want to know, like, when he was dreaming about that job, did he ever want to do anything else? Like, Ken, if you wasn't a stand-up comedian, and if you didn't work at Sprint / T-Mobile, whatever, Fortune 500 company you work for right now, I wondered to myself what job you would have. Ken, do you know anything else you could do?
It was 2 things. What job? It was 2 things. I wanted to be an obstetrician when I was young. Because of Dr. Huxtable.
Looking at those vaginas all day.
Somebody told me that. They was like, man, there's some nasty ones too. I was like, okay, well, never mind. Like, I was like, okay. And then I wanted to be a DJ, a Quiet Storm DJ.
That's right. You told me. Well, you want to be a Quiet Storm, but for
I love my job. I love Sprint Nextel T-Mobile. I could see my job. Man,
I think you missed the opportunity there. I think you could have taken both those and put them into one, and that would have been perfect. Like, just open the door. Hello, lady. Well, you pop up on those table. Put your legs in the stirrups. Would you like a Cavassier?
They're like, why are these candles lit, yo?
They
got a song list. They got a
playlist
song request, yo. Like, I'm going to Dr. K Love.
Dr. Love.
I'm going to Dr. Love, yo. And then 20 years later, I'm in the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
20 years later, I'm getting Me Too, bro.
You're working at a fertility bank. They're like, well, do I get to look through the catalog? You're like, nope, there's just one choice.
Mike, you would know better than me. That reminds me, kid, if you wanted to be that. What's that joke that Tom Rose does? He's like, they call me the bad boy of comedy. He goes, I never claimed to be the bad boy of anything. Yeah. He says, comedy is the only job where you can claim to be the bad boy. There's like no bad boy of gynecology. Like he puts the glove on and the fingertips are missing. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's funny, bro.
Yo, Tom Rose is a beast,
bro.
He's the beast, man.
Oh man.
Yo, but Ken, I thought of some jobs for all you guys if you wasn't doing comedy. Ken, for me, your personality and where you at right now in life got a little gray, you're a little older, a little wiser. I think you would be a great gigolo for women in their 70s. I think you would clean up, Ken. I really think
I
you
don't
do,
know,
bro.
B. I don't
Come
know.
on,
It's
you would
hard. It's
talk to him.
hard. It's hard
Come
to
on.
give away. Ooh, oh, it's hard to give away old coochie cat, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah.
It's
Ken,
hard,
you can
B.
pull it off. Ken, you know what you do? You be like, look here,
Mm-hmm.
Geraldine. We
Mm.
we about to
Nah.
watch this. We about to watch this Netflix.
James,
About to watch The
James,
Color Purple and eat this pudding. Come
mm-mm.
on here, Gladys.
James. You
Like,
ever try to play shuffleboard with two bad ACLs? It's not easy, man. Not easy.
come
For
on,
real.
Ken. Y'all,
And you,
y'all both
dog,
in
come on.
rehab.
Come on. You know the rule in the black neighborhood. You can't have sex with no old woman. You get that worm, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my brother said. You don't have sex with old women because they'll give you
Yeah.
the worm.
Uh
I
huh.
don't even know what the worm
I don't
is,
even know what
but
the worm
that's
is.
what you get. So you can't be having that old geriatric.
Is that like the itis? I don't know.
No, that's different.
Oh.
Nah, I'll pass
Nah,
on
different.
that, James. I'll just be unemployed.
Like Mike, you, you ever thought about that, Mike? Like if you wasn't a stand up comedian, do you have a
Mm.
job that you wanted to do?
Oh yeah, man. Back in high school, and actually, my first scholarship for college was for law. So in 1994, I was the best defense advocate in the state of Florida, Tallahassee mock trials. Like I won. I went. It was a thing. I went up against all the high schools from around the state, sent their
Really?
best law students up there, and you competed in Tallahassee in the capital in mock trials. Like you went into the courtroom and had a case you had to prepare for. And I didn't know this till I went to compete. But in Miami, there's a high school that the TV show Fame, where it's like
Yeah.
the high school for performing arts.
Yeah.
In Miami, they have a high school that's like that, but for law. Like these
Ooh.
kids just go into high school and go, I'm going to be a lawyer. So all their extracurricular classes are law. I didn't know that till we got up there, man. It was ridiculous. And yeah, I won it in 1994, and that got me a scholarship. And then I blew it because I'd never been away from home, never been to college, and didn't know that they could take it away from me. So I just didn't go to classes and was having fun.
Mike.
And yeah, didn't make it through the first semester. And then went back home, and that's when I went back to a local college and auditioned for their theater department. They're like, yeah, you can have a scholarship. And I'm like, done. I guess I'm an actor now. That's what I do.
Do you regret the law school thing?
It's a good question. Part of the reason I stopped going to classes, Ken, is I didn't have a passion for it. The reason I did so good at the competition was because I like being in front of people, and I liked, it was performing to me. But once you got bogged down in like contract law and everything else, I'm like, yeah, I couldn't do this for the rest of my life. So
to me, Mike, you're the most quick-witted person I know. Like you played the dozens better than any comedian. I think that your greatest job, man, you could be a great writer for all too honest gift cards. Like if you had, if you were given like a card to somebody that you hated, like your sibling, and because dad just passed, like you would write something like roses are red, violets are blue, dad just died, I wish it was you. Like guys, don't go anywhere. More silliness and hilarity right here on Real Laughs on 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on 104.1. I'm your host, Mr. James John Still. I'm in virtual studio with my brothers of comedy. I got Mr. Ken Miller, I got Mike Hurley, and I also got a very special guest I'm about to introduce to you guys right now. I'm going to explain something to the folks out there. There's all different types of comedy out there, and I love every single one of them. And when we talk about certain comedy, when I'm talking about urban comedy, there is a difference, people, and I want to make sure I make this crystal clear with our next guest. Urban comedy does not mean ghetto. Urban comedy does not mean ratchet. Urban comedy does not mean lowbrow. Urban comedy means it's just a different point of view or perspective that you probably won't hear from the mainstream because they don't know anything about that kind of life. The next guest coming up right now is the best I've ever seen do it who ain't famous, man. I've seen him perform everywhere. He performs in churches. He performs in normal clubs, private events, his own cruise, and comedy festival, man. He is a king to me of urban comedy in Orlando, Florida, or Central Florida, man. I want to introduce everybody. Good friend of mine, Mr. Spunky Robinson. Spunky, how are you, sir?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? I'm out here in these streets.
Yes, yes, you are. Yes, you are, brother. Every time I look at a social media post by you, which is every day, you are somewhere different. You are working your ass off, and you are traveling everywhere and anywhere, bringing comedy to people's faces, man. So I know you're a true road dog.
Yeah, I try to be, man. I can't let my wife out hustle me, man. My wife be trying to out hustle me, man. So I gotta she do, man. She be trying to do everything, man. I be trying to do, man. Look, I gotta get out here and do something. I can't let y'all hustle me, man.
There you go, man. You run your house. That's when she ain't there.
And with me, dog, if I see Spunk, I'm like, I'm about to go on the road. Spunk ain't about to out travel me.
Yeah.
If Spunky got 3 days, I'm trying to get 5. Like,
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Because me and Spunk, we always talk about that. Me and Spunk be on the road all the time.
yeah.
Where was I at? I was at a club somewhere. It was me, I think Goldie and somebody. And we were like, and I think Shay Clemens, and we was like, man, Spunky be everywhere. And then
Everywhere.
this dude showed up at the club. We was
Yeah.
we were just talking about this dude be everywhere, bro.
Hey,
Spunk be
yeah,
everywhere. So
man.
I'd be like, man, Spunk about to do 6 shows. I got to get 7, man. I be
Yeah.
like, let me go
Spunk,
get up out of here.
Spunk, real
Hey, it's
talk.
crazy.
You fly so much that when you show up at the airport, they ask you, do you want a co-pilot? Like you are
I know,
always
right?
going somewhere. It's
Man,
the
listen,
truth.
that's been a long way, man. I was catching the bus. I just got on the plane. Don't get it twisted. I just got on the plane about 2 years ago, man. I was catching the mega bus in the Greyhound. Hey, I rode a bus to Minnesota, man, for $250, 18 hours, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're a better man than
By
me.
by, by 7 years ago, man. Yeah. So it's been a long
Gotcha.
road.
Well, we were
Yeah.
talking, me and you, at the I want to say in the middle of the summer. Me and you were talking, and I think that conversation, God, we had to have talked for a reason because what we were talking about was the fact you wanted to start your own night, your own comedy night where you could do your thing and bring comics through, and pay people a good wage, which every comic's looking for. And I told you that, bro, with what you do and what your name and what you're following, you should definitely do that. And
Mm-hmm.
fast forward 2 or 3 months, here we are, and you have your own Sunday night that's going to be starting up pretty soon in Winter Haven. So first off, congrats, Spunk, and tell me a little bit about that.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's a Sunday night we're gonna be starting at, and it's called Laugh Out Lounge, right there
Okay.
in Winter Haven. Yeah, so they're gonna give me every Sunday night. I'll be running they want to call it urban show, so I'll be running the
Gotcha.
urban show every Sunday night down there, man. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna try to, I always like to show love to the people that's in the city that I'm in first, because
Yes.
I'm actually not. I'm not from Orlando, I'm from Miami, so I like to show
Yeah.
respect to the people here and try to book as many of the comedians around here that actually mess with me. And I'll book them first, and then I'll go out and get people from other cities. You know what I'm saying?
And you always do a good job with that, man. I think it's going to be a success because there's nothing like
Yeah.
that around there. And it's definitely a point of view that needs to be heard. It's not every single where. So it's going to be a pretty good show, man. I know it is.
And I've
No
worked
worries.
Spunky Rooms, man. I've worked
Yeah.
Kissimmee. Kissimmee was my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
The island, and I
Island
like
Spice.
Daytona too. Yeah, but Kissimmee was my man. Let me tell you something. That feature you had for me was there. But look, to the point,
Yeah.
you had to
Hey,
flip us.
but listen, in my defense, kid, in my defense, here's my thing, right? So coming up in Miami, it was hard to get stage time. So I told myself, when I get an opportunity, to do my own stuff, then I'll try my best not to deny anybody no stage time. 'Cause that's all people be wanting.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's
it was
all
probably
you
one of them. It was probably one of them cats that wanted to stay. But I knew a killer was coming behind him, so I wasn't worried about it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
There you go.
I was the opener. You flipped us when I got there.
Where was
Why did
that
I do
one?
that?
That was
I don't know.
Island Spice.
I did Island Spice once, man. That was a fun little room.
Yeah,
like,
I got there. You was like, "Hey, man, I had this kid closing, but I'm gonna flip y'all, man, because I seen him a couple nights ago, and he ain't gonna be able to follow you."
I think it was Money Jones y'all did.
I ain't
He was
say his
on.
name. I ain't saying no names.
Hey
But
man,
if
listen,
I wink twice,
I actually write for him, so I write for him so I can talk about him. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm like my
awesome.
little brother right now. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
All right. So not only are you going to have your own Sunday night, which congratulations on that again at Laugh Out Lounge in Winter Haven, but talk a little bit about the fact that you do two other things. You have a cruise that you do every single year, Spunk.
yeah, I do a cruise. This was supposed to be my third year, but April coming up will be my third cruise. It's called Punchline King in Paradise. We're going
Yes.
to, I think, we're going to Dominican Republic and I think Turks and Caicos. I think it's gonna be 5 days. Yeah, it's gonna be I think the middle of April. They had to switch the dates from this year to next year because of the pandemic. So I think it's like the middle of April. It's like 5 days. We go, we have a good time. I booked one comedian I actually booked one comedian. I actually got Gina G coming.
The sis, the fam, Gina G. Shout out to her.
I got her coming. But I got a lot of comedians that just show love. So I always tell them, like, if you book the cruise, I'll make sure you get on stage, you be able to sell merch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give them no 5 minutes. I make sure every comedian get like 15 to 20 minutes to get their shine on. You know what I'm saying?
So I definitely know Loose Cannon's coming.
Man, listen. if he can save some money. But so I do that. So we have parties. We have theme parties. Like one night we might have an all black party. We might have a Rep Your City party. We do a big party on the beach wherever we at for my birthday. Yeah, so we do that, and we do a Harlem's Nights where everybody get to dress up and get jazzy.
That's like up Ken's alley right there, Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
You know, and then I shoot a bitch in the pinky toe.
Yeah, so we'll do something like we do something called, because I'm a cigar smoker, so we'll do something like cigars, and we call it sticks and sips. So we everybody sit out there, we smoke cigars and drink whiskey and bourbon or whatever they do. And
you talking grown folks right now. That's what you're talking about.
Got some cigars right here, Playboy.
Yeah. So the first year I had about 50 people. Last year I had about 60 something. This year's gonna be much bigger. So it's getting bigger every year, man. So
it grows. Good for you, man. And not only do you, we're gonna count it up. You have your own night, you have your own cruise, but you also do a comedy festival every single year too.
Right. It's called the Punchline King Comedy Festival. I do it in I used to do it in Miami. Excuse me. Last year I did it in Daytona Beach. What it is I used to give away $500 cash to the winner. It's a span of 3 days. It's a span of 3 days. I do it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day is best for me.
Okay.
And people they come over there. I don't judge, because I know a lot of comedians that enter, so I don't judge anything. I've been in contests before, and I know how I feel to know you're the best comedian in the room and you don't win. So I try to make it as fair as possible. So how I judge it is kind of different.
Every time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So what I do is I have a score sheet, and I'll go to a random person in the audience, and I ask them, do they know any of the comedians? And they tell me no, and I ask them to judge. And nobody know who the judges are except me and my wife, who's collecting the sheets, and then we score them, like that, every single night. So
try to make it as fair and as partial as you possibly can. Because at every comedy show I've ever been at, where it's a competition, someone leaves upset.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Someone leaves upset.
I fought somebody one night, so yeah.
Exactly, man.
Don't make
a 14-minute video about you. You don't judge it right.
I learned now, man. When I get in contests now, it's strictly because I go do a clean set and get good footage. Like I know I'm not gonna win.
Or whoever's running the competition sees you and like, okay, well, you didn't win because this person brought 100 people, but you were definitely the best comic in the show. So you get
work from
it, man.
That happened to me in Miami, man. I lost to a dude who'd been doing comedy like 6 months. I was doing like 3 years. I was clear. Even his family was like, you were the funniest one, but I had to vote. He brought like 60 people though.
And that's how it is, man. And I don't know, Spunk, man, you might well just go and claim Orlando. Stop claiming Miami, yo. This your home now. I keep telling you that.
Let me tell you something, man.
I done told you that. I book you more than anybody in Miami.
You do. Hey, let me tell you something, man. I love Orlando. I told people I'm never going. When I go back, man, I'm gonna be in a casket, man. When I go back to Miami, man, I'm not ever moving back.
Really? Really?
Yeah, man. I love Orlando, man. Central Florida. Yeah, I'm stuck here, man.
Happy to have you here, man. Now, Spunk, I want to make sure everybody knows how to get in contact with you, so they know how to follow everything that you do from the Sunday night you got coming, the comedy festival, and the cruise. So where can everybody get in touch with you as far as social media? Then we'll talk about one more thing you're involved in as well.
My Facebook is Spunky Robinson, SPUNKY, last name Robinson, ROBINSON. Instagram, same thing, Spunky Robinson, but just the number 1 in front of it, so it's the number 1 Spunky Robinson. If you want to email me, it's Spunky Robinson and the number 1 at Gmail.
All right.
All the other stuff, all that Snapchat, and I don't have none of that stuff. So
Gotcha. You like me? You're like, I'm old. I got Facebook and Instagram. Hit me on that.
Yeah. YouTube, Spunky Robinson. If you want to go look at some stuff, everything's Spunky Robinson. Yeah. Cash Out, now, Punchline King.
Cash Out. Now, Spunk, I got a couple minutes up, but I definitely wanted to bring this up. You are actually involved in a new Black-owned television station that's out there that you can actually watch. They stream everything. It's called ICTV, which stands for Infecting Change Television. How did you get involved in this, man? And what don't you do at this point?
Well, actually, Wody got me involved in it because he's the head of the comedy division.
Shout out to Wody.
Yeah, his sister is actually the CEO of the company. So I've been knowing them since, before all of this came to pass. You know what I'm saying? So
JP Haynes. Yes.
Yeah. So when the vision came, I was one of the first people Wody called, to be a part of the network. And then, I actually got my wife on also. So both of my wife and I are writers. And we're actually writing about 4 sitcoms now, and we're going to be producing individual comedy specials and stuff. Like I just dropped. Well, me, Wody, and a guy named Jason Granger. We just dropped our special on the network about Thursday, something like that. So it's on. So if you go on the ICTV, you can see our special on there. We have some other stuff going on. They got some stuff going with for breast cancer month. It's called Pink Friday. They do a virtual concert, which is really, really good.
Everything I've seen from them thus far, man, marketing, pictures, and everything that has to do with pushing it looks top notch. I mean, just amazing, by the way. And you can get ICTV right now on Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Samsung Smart TV, and Android. Y'all need to go out there and definitely support ICTV.
Now,
and you've got to go ahead and please follow and support Spunky Robinson, man. I wish I had more time so I could tell you how great this dude is. Just want to tell him we love him and his family is coming up. So on behalf of Real Laughs, me, James John, your host tonight, Ken Miller, my man Mike Hurley, and of course Spunky Robinson. We love y'all and please support him. Y'all have a great night. Y'all be safe out there and get out there and vote. We
24 hours left, yo. ELE.
I appreciate it.